RJ?
Turn off.
18 or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
All right, CL over here on the left, we'll get started.
RJ, what would you kind of attribute, your improvements this year? Is there kind of a turning point in your mind that comes during this season to where you felt like everything had come together for you?
Well, to speak of my improvements this year, it was definitely about building confidence. That was one of my main things. And shooting the ball at a high clip this year, which I think I've been doing all year consistently, and just being like a true leader for this team. And as a point guard, like another extension for the coach on the court. So it's more about just leading my guys and putting them in the correct positions where they could be great. And then for myself as well. I would say my turning point, I'll probably say the second half of the season. I think that's where things started to, I started to play really well at a high level. I've just been, confident all year. My teammates been confident, my coach has been confident, they all trusted me. So, with that being said, like, that allows me to be my best on the court.
How difficult was it to balance? I mean, you and Caleb basically would switch who would initiate the offense and stuff. How difficult was that? Or did you find it difficult? Did you prefer it that way?
I mean, I didn't really find it difficult at all. We're both point guards, and we both play well with each other. That's something that we worked together during this offseason, was just playing with each other, getting a better feel, how it feels to be on the court at the same time. And it didn't really matter who had the ball, who initiated the offense. It was more about just winning and do what we have to do to get a win.
How do you feel you've gotten better defensively, individually, and how did Leaky's abilities kind of help you now?
I mean, I definitely improved. That was also one of my goals going into this year, just be more of a pest on defense, maintain the ball, because that that got to do at the highest level. So I wanted to just improve on defense, and just picking like Leaky and Ann's brain, because they're both great at defense, and just learning from them. I give credit to them.
RJ, with you having moved into more of the on-ball role, how has that sort of maybe accentuated both your and Caleb's strengths, letting him maybe just shoot a little bit more freely, chase his shots, and you getting to set up and get downhill in transition?
Well, I mean, I've been a point guard my whole life. I had the ball in my hand the whole life, so this is nothing new to me. And I've always been, you could say, a true point guard, a team first player. So I'm always rooting for my teammates' success, and I think that's, it credits them for me finding the ball. They're easy to find, they move well without the ball, and I'm just happy for them.
Do you remember when Hubert first recruited you during the
Yeah.
process? What was that experience like? What was the first time you talked to him? And is this sort of what he was trying to sell you on?
So we go back, it was the first session of EYBL. It's like the last games of the tournament, so Sunday, and I'm like the early game. So we're like playing RJ Hampton or whatever, and I'm having like a big game. There's like Melo on the court and LeBron right next to me. So I'm going off. I had like 30. I had 30. I think that game. I think I missed. And it was like I think I had like back-to-back threes, and HD had like just walked in, and he heard all the noise or whatever, and he walked over, and it was me playing. So from that point on, I caught his eye, and then he started recruiting me, and then the Peach Jam is where I really took off again, and just like me, consistent, efficient, just being who I am. I think that really caught his eye.
RJ, Coach Davis has said, even before the season started and early on, that this team was good enough to win a national championship and make it to the Final Four. Do you remember when he was saying that to y'all, and how crazy that kind of came true here with y'all making the Final Four?
Yeah, I mean, I remember HD telling us, and also pulling the New Orleans Superdome pitch in our lockers, just for him to have that confidence in us and actually believe in us early in the year. It's actually crazy. It's something that I'll definitely remember forever. Just to him tell us, and we have the ability to be worthy enough of a national championship team.
Why do you think? He thought that? Like, what about this team back then in October, November was good enough to
But he saw the potential in the team. He saw the grit. He saw the talent that we had. It was all about just putting it together, brick by brick, day by day. So, I mean, it wasn't going to happen instantly. It was more about building chemistry on and off the court, and you know, and that's what we're at right now in the Final Four.
Do you
Caleb
still
mentioned-
have that picture in your locker?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, to look at it this week, kind of knowing you're heading to New Orleans, does it take on a new meaning?
It's surreal. I'm just, you know, enjoying the moment right now, just taking advantage of everything. You know, it's my first Final Four. I just remember watching it on TV, so now I'm actually able to play in it. So it's just an amazing feeling. It's just like, I remember like my whole teammates smiling, me hugging my mom from when we played against St. Peter's and won. It was coming down, and that's something that like just like, you know, stays in my brain.
Caleb said the other night, mentioned trust when I asked him about the success you guys had defensively on the perimeter. He said trusting everybody makes it easier to play defense. As a guard, you can't see a lot of the stuff behind you. How important is that trust factor for you to be able to get in somebody's grill and do what you do?
Well, it's important. I think we take pride individually guarding our man, but also we can trust our teammates have our backs. HD always says, you know, it's not a one-on-one game, it's a 1 against 5. And you know they're gonna play against 5 people. They're not gonna get isolation balls. You know, we're gonna be in the gaps. We're gonna be in the midline, and we're gonna play a competitive defensive game.
Do you remember a game or a sequence when you realized, okay, that full trust is there and we are now a better defensive unit than we were before?
I would say the UVA game. That was really like a turning point. I remember we all was just mentally and physically locked in that game, and I think that's what kind of turned the season around. You know, us just being defensively locked in.
That's the home one, right?
Yeah.
RJ, I think it'll be a month since you guys played, on Saturday it'll be a month since you played Duke in Cameron. I mean, was that moment, is it valuable to look back on, or do you have to sort of wipe the slate clean with what's transpired for each team since then?
You know, what we did against Duke was great, but now, this is for a bigger thing. We're competing for a national championship, so, we're just gonna have fun this week, but also at the same time, know what we have to prepare and what we're playing for. This is all of our goals going into this season, so a lot's at stake.
Some questions from up in your area, White Plains area, for some folks. RJ, you played and won several championships in high school. Is there anything you can draw on from that success that prepare you for playing for a championship this weekend?
I would say just our chemistry with the team and the way we bonded with each other kind of led to that success. We all, love being around each other, love playing with each other, and we all bought into the system and bought into our roles and what we had to do, which led to our success for a champ.
Playing in big games like you played in the last month in particular, is that why you chose to come to a school like North Carolina?
Yeah, definitely. North Carolina is the big stage there is, the bright lights, and this is what I came here for. I live for these moments.
And then about 5 different people asked you to talk about AJ Griffin. You guys played 20 minutes apart. You both played at Archbishop's Panic. Talk about your relationship with him. Do you guys talk much? Are you going to talk this week? Just talk about the two of you guys together.
I mean, AJ, he's a phenomenal talent. He can shoot the ball really well. He's a freakish athlete. When me and him played with each other, played together, it was a great duo. It was like no one could really stop us in New York. I'm super happy for him. Super happy with his success, what he's been doing this year. I don't think we're gonna be talking this much this week, just because of we're gonna be competing. But he's like a little brother to me. Obviously, he's like 6'8", a little bit bigger, but that's like my little brother. So yeah.
All right, back here for a few more. We've got him for about 5 more minutes.
What are the challenges Duke presents since this last month or so? They've been one of the most efficient offenses in the country, and they just tore apart Texas Tech and Arkansas's defense.
I mean, they played at a great pace. They're playing well at the right time, and then I think they're all just are locked in and bought into their roles or whatnot.
The way they play iso ball, does that disrupt y'all's 1-on-5 defensive mentality at all?
No, not at all. We're gonna stick to what's been working, and that's having a team defensive game.
Armando said a little while ago that when Coach Davis told families to book reservations in New Orleans, that some people in his family did. Anybody in your family?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Especially my mom and dad, I know they did.
A long time ago?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I definitely they really, my mom and my dad, they spoke about this going into this year. They knew what kind of kid I am. I have that competitive spirit in nature, And they just said, as long as you and your guys, that you rally together, you guys will definitely get into New Orleans.
RJ.
RJ, what's the mood been like among the team this week? Is there sort of an elevated buzz among you guys, or is it just sort of, you know, a business trip, pretty much?
I mean, we're definitely just enjoying the moment right now. We're all happy. I'm pretty sure none of us made it this far in our careers, so right now we're just enjoying it. We're enjoying each other. We have smiles across our face, but it's also at the same time, it is a business trip. We're not just going down there just to have fun. We're going down there to take care of business.
RJ, obviously the point guard position here, you mentioned the bright lights. The point guard is the guy who makes everything go here, always has. Like, what does it mean to you? How much pride do you have in just being able to be the next Carolina point guard to take this team to the Final Four?
I mean, it means a lot. Just to, you watch and you hear about all these great point guards that came through North Carolina, and just for me to be a part of it, it's amazing. I'm grateful for it. I'm just going to continue to keep working hard.
RJ, along those lines, is there any additional pressure that comes with going into this big stage, being point guard? Do you feel it, or is it just business as usual?
It's just business as usual. I'm a competitor, so it's basically like another day in the office for me.
Anybody else? All right, we'll get Brady in here. Oh, wait, you had,
Yeah,
raise your hand, good.
RJ, Jeremy Roach has been playing significant minutes for Duke. Just looking at the tape, what stands out to you about his game? Because you'll likely be guarding him.
I mean, yeah, he's a good point guard. We played against each other when he was in middle school. He's playing really well for them. He's orchestrating the offense for them really well at a good pace. So yeah, he's doing a good job.
All right, thank you, RJ.
Appreciate it, RJ.